Many times we upload videos on the channel, we sit for hours and research all the footage we captured on ghost hunts. Every now and then, something will slip past us in editing and make it to the channel without us even realizing. Is this more paranormal evidence we caught on camera or just coincidences? In today's video, we'll be taking a look at some of the coolest things viewers caught and mentioned in the comments that we missed. So let's take a look at the footage together and go over the details. Number 1. Spirit orbs. Many paranormal investigators and researchers believe that spirits will show themselves in video and photographs as small orbs of light. Many times this can be just dust, insects, or small particles flying in front of the camera during a flash. However, sometimes when these orbs are picked up on video, the movement of the orb can determine whether or not it is a piece of dust or something else. In this clip, Steve and I entered the Biltmore Hotel and we were filming B-roll footage of our first walkthrough. As I aimed the camera up, there's an orb of light that goes from the left side of the room along the middle wall and disappears into an air vent. Another orb was picked up during a scary moment when Steve and I realized the chandelier was swinging on its own in the downstairs living room. As we zoom in on the chandelier, a strange orb of light goes from left to right past the chandelier. Is this the spirit that was moving the chandelier or knocking on the door upstairs, or is it simply a piece of dust? What do you guys think? Shout out to Katie Bug who left this comment a month ago on the channel calling out the orbs around the chandelier. Thank you, Katie. Number 2. Audio responses. In this next clip, just moments before we caught the orbs you saw on camera, Steve and I were investigating a knocking sound that we heard from an upstairs hallway. As we were checking the hall, a door that was locked earlier suddenly became unlocked, and as we entered the room, Steve says hello.
Hello?
You can clearly see the room is empty with nothing but ladders and AC conduits inside. However, one viewer noticed that a voice says hello back to Steve's greeting. If you listen very carefully, just a moment after Steve speaks, you will hear a strange man's voice say hello.
It is open.
Yo, I checked that shit earlier. What's in there?
I have no idea.
Hello? In the room?
Yeah, it's like
Yo, I checked that shit before, I swear to you. Hello? In the room? Hello? In the room?
yeah, it's like
Big shout out to VGVG who left that comment 3 weeks ago, and we would have never known had we not seen that remark. Thank you, VG. Number 3. Shadow figures. So as Steve and I walked down the first hallway of the Hillview Manor Asylum, I did see something pass across my vision in the flashlight, and after reviewing the footage back a couple times, I was able to see that there was a shadow that came out of a doorway and went behind a wall. However, I was focused on that while editing the video. I didn't realize that there was also another figure to the right side as we passed this next door right here, and this is a really crazy thing, because if you look closely at this wall, there's no shadow coming in front of it. It's white the whole time, and as we pass it, it almost looks like a little hand reaches around and grabs the wall and then disappears. I don't know how to explain what that is. I do know this. Shadows that are behind this wall can be seen the whole time we're walking down the hallway, but for something to wrap around the corner of the wall and break that clear line, I have no idea how to explain that. Big shout out to LETX for catching this one. Number 4. It moved. So while we did notice that there was a chair moving overnight on the static cam, one thing that a viewer pointed out was that the planchette on the Ouija board appears to be moving. We didn't notice that on the first view, However, I would like you guys to take a close look, stare very closely at that planchette. You could see a white dot on the table where we left the Ouija board out when we went to bed. Do you guys see that moving? Also, if you look closely over here in the background, you could see a reflection of something on the dining room table, but the creepy thing about it is the reflection seems to be cutting in and out, almost as if there's a shadow figure moving across the living room. Big shout out to JoJo Gibson for catching that one. And number 5, reflections. In this last and final clip, I saw something that was extremely shocking and disturbing to me. In a past video, I opened up a Dybbuk box in my home, and I believe that I unleashed something within my house. Strange things began happening around my house over the next several days, and one of those events, the TV would not work in my bedroom. This was the first time that ever happened. I was getting a black screen, and that was it. The TV was turned on, but it was not giving me any picture. As I went over to unplug the TV, my camera captured a white flash on the screen. I didn't realize this while uploading or editing the video, but a commenter mentioned that if you pause the video at a certain timestamp, you could see that there is a reflection of a face on the screen. Now, I was the only one in my room, and that is definitely not my face, so this was extremely disturbing for me to find. Big thanks to Gigi Arte for pointing that out in the comments. So once again, I want to give a big thanks and a big shout out to all of you guys following the channel, watching our scary videos. Keep it up, keep up the great job. Your comments totally help because sometimes you catch things that we don't, and I always go back and check the timestamps and see what you guys are talking about. And you guys have been doing an amazing job at being a positive part of this community and also helping us point things out that we missed. Also, on a side note, for all of you guys who love the tech reviews that we have here on the channel, we have a bunch of sponsorships, so there will be a lot of tech reviews coming to the channel over the next week or two, and every time you guys watch those videos, it definitely helps our channel grow, and it helps us get the funds that we need to go on future ghost hunting adventures. So thank you guys so much for all of your support and watching these videos. Keep up the good job in the paranormal investigation on your end, and I will catch you guys next time.